Hello everybody, Drifty here from Driftwood Gaming, and in this RPG Maker MV tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the crafting system plugin from Szyu. So I'm going to show you first in game what it's going to look like in the menus, and then I'm going to show you how to use it. So I put some treasure chests down. In this treasure chest, we've got the recipe book. So let's take a look at that. And I've already done the liberty of adding some items so you guys could have something to look at. And you can see that we have no materials, so let's go get some crafting materials. We've got some crafting supplies. Now let's access our crafting menu. And if you try to make an item and you don't have all of the ingredients for it, it's going to give you the back sound effect that you specify in your system. And if you have all the ingredients, then it's going to give you this message. Item crafted, sturdy buckler. So we can look at that sturdy buckler now and see that item variance affects the items you craft through this menu, which is great. So if you don't want the variance, you can go to the Yanfly core engine and turn that off by setting it to 0. But I personally like it, so we can see that it's supposed to give the base 10 defense, 5 magic defense, and 50 hit points. It's given us 52 and 12 and 4, so the variance is working there. Let's go back to the menu real quick. I want to go over a couple things here. So you can see the colors are different, but that's not how it looks from the menu by default. I have another plugin that's letting you specify rarity, and then you check the color, and I'll show you guys that later. Let's make some accuracy gloves. And the reason why I want to make these accuracy gloves is to talk about the status core engine. So it's given us 10 agility, 10 luck, and 10% chance to hit. But I can't tell if this is a good a -5 or a +5 chance to hit. You can tell that we got +2 agility and -2 luck, but we don't know how much hit rate we got. So if we go to the status menu, we can't tell the bonus there. So if you guys want to go vote for the status core engine to come out next, you could still do that by checking out Yanfly's website. That's what I voted for, that and the TP thing, so you could vote for more than one thing. But that's basically the crafting menu, and let's go into the MV project and show you what it looks like. So once you've added it to your plugin manager, I have several videos showing you how to add plugins. You could check those out if you like. Crafting menu will be the name of the JS file, or crafting system rather, and then in the help file it's really brief, and it just gives you a quick description of what you do to create the items and what you have to do to create the recipe book. So basically you're just going to do it all via note tags and one plugin call. So let's go to the database and I'll show you that. The common events plugin command is really simple. All you're basically doing is creating one common event, calling it whatever you like, and issuing one plugin command by going right clicking and going to new, going to the third tab, going down to advanced and clicking on plugin command. That'll pop up a little box, and in that box you're going to type capital C in crafting, no space, but capital S on system, so crafting system, space open, and then a number that you want for that. In this case it's 0, but the number, I'll go over that, I forgot to do that real quickly. Crafting system, if you go to the parameters under categories, you see you have a name here and a comma and a name here and a comma here. So the categories, this is 0, so that's saying call for the crafting. If I put that number 1, it's going to call for the blacksmithing book, and if I do alchemy, number 2, it's going to call for alchemy. And you can specify these for whatever you want. This is all flavoring. You can, like, by default the crafting's not even there, and blacksmith is 0 and alchemy is 1. So it's up to you to decide what they say. But keep in mind that the first number is going to be 0. These are all flavoring. You can basically change the text to your liking, going back into the common events, and that's going to do it for the common event. That's it, you're done there to that command. So let's go to the items. You'll have to create a recipe book, or you can use Yanfly's main menu, I just thought of that, to put that as a common event. But in this case you can use a key item. It's real simple, you don't have to edit anything in the plugins. You basically just call on that common event. You just go over to common events and you select the common event that you just created, and then you're going to have to make it a key item, give it whatever graphic name description you like, and you're going to add note tags to this recipe book. So this note tag is recipe underscore book. Make sure that's not a space, that's actually an underscore right there. Same thing with the closing, recipe underscore book. That's just the way it was programmed, so you have to use it, follow that method. Then you're going to specify the category you want this book to be. In my case, 0 for crafting. And then you see you have letters here. You have A for armor, W for weapons, and I for items. So you can craft different things with the same category. The category is just a name. So you can technically put all of your stuff in one category like I have here. So you see I have all of these numbers after armor. But this is basically saying this recipe book knows the recipes to craft all of these items. But in order for this book to know what items, what recipes, what items it takes to craft item 62, if I didn't say earlier, the number is reflecting the number that the item is stored in, the location. So armor 62 would be ferro leather armor. So when you put that in the book for your items, you go A colon space then 62, and on your armors you're gonna specify the recipe for that. So the book knows how to craft this, but you have to specify on the item using recipe note tags what items it takes to craft this. So we're gonna specify the same way we did in the other in the crafting in the book. So we're saying item 29. So if we go to items and we scroll up to 29, we see that says feral hide. So we go to the armors and we see the next number after that. That's specifying how many of those. So this recipe command is saying it's going to take 3 feral hides. Pretty simple and straightforward. But it's also, in addition, taking another item. It's taking 3 of item 52. So it's going to take 3 bird snake scales. So it's taking scales and hides to make that armor. And that's pretty much it. You're going to close it off the same way you close all your other note tags, with a bracket and then a backslash and then recipe and then another bracket. This rarity is the other script that I was talking about. I'll show you that briefly. This is called the Celicom Rarity Item Color script, plugin, rather. And basically it's pretty simple and straightforward. All you basically do is pick a color for each rarity, and then you can just put a rarity note tag on your items and that'll color the items. Really simple and really cool. So used in tandem, you have a nice layout for your items, especially if you use it with the Yanfly's item core. You get the variance when you craft items, which is really neat. So that's pretty much it. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate every one of you. Continue to ask your questions below in the comments. And if you have a special request, leave it down below and I'll see if I can make a video for you. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.